भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Divyatman, Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome each one of you. We are at the Kutir today, as you can see from the background, and today is 2023 Deepavali. And we will continue our satsanga to do our yagna on Srimad Bhagavad Gita satsanga. Few shlokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and then we will also talk about the significance of Deepavali and also about Lakshmi Ma. So with this, let us fully concentrate, as we say, ekagrachit, one-pointedness, focus. Just a reminder that we do not wear the shoes that we wear outside, we do not wear the same shoes and come into our homes. So when we enter satsanga, we do not bring other thoughts. Every moment, every day, we are busy with so many chores, so many activities, and all that, if you count on it, or if you ponder on it, or if you visit them, maybe just from yesterday, visit them and check out what activities you did and how many out of that was for your internal movement, was the food for your soul, and how many was for your external focus. Where did your thought go? Where did your words go? And where did your actions go? So this is something I'm giving as food for thought before we even begin our satsanga. So each one of you online joined with us during this satsanga, you are specially blessed. On this special day, people are very busy, especially those who follow Sanatan Dharma and Hinduism, who celebrate Deepavali. This is the most busiest day in every aspect, spiritual aspect, and also preparations for the prayers, and because it's a special elaborated prayer. So Yet Swamiji and myself, we have taken out our time because this is our yagna. We do not want to break it because this is also Deepavali. You have joined us. That means we are lighting that candle, that deep, the oil lamp, the clarified butter lamp. That butter we are having in our hearts, and we are now passing it on to each and every aspirant. Deep se deep jalaye. And we are talking about when you light one clarified butter or candle or tea light candle, whatever you can imagine, if you light one in your heart, with that one you can light so many rows of deep or light or candle light. So from soul, one soul uplifted can uplift another soul. That soul can uplift another soul. And it keeps going, rows and rows. So today is that special day of lighting. Not only external lights that you show. That's important also. Just like the darkness goes away when we switch on the light, that's how our mind, heart, our thoughts, all these may have so many darkness in it. And when we instill in it satsanga, that is lighting that light. And then the light, the roshni, that special rays of that light enters into us internally within and brightens ourself, our Atman, our soul. And that is what shines. And that shininess is also received by others. You have not done it to only yourself, because our soul is connected one to one, heart to heart. And that is how it is passed on. You may not think that you are helping others, but you are when you do it to yourself. So everything is about lighting that light within your own self, feeding your mind with satsanga, spiritual satsanga. There can be many types of satsanga, but you wouldn't call it satsanga. It's just a sangha. It's togetherness, coming together, maybe to eat food, maybe to gossip, maybe to talk worldly things. That is just sangha, union, uniting together. Whereas satsanga, the truth, sangha about the truth, when you discuss that, and that truth is the Lord, and when you discuss that, that's how it becomes satsanga, and it becomes Gyan Yagna, Bhakti Yagna. So yoga, you can say Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. All these are what our soul needs. Physically we need too many things. But how do we come within? And later I will tell one little story about how we should get inspired about it if we have time. So with that mind, with that thought, with that dedication, with that devotion, let us all bow down. If you can kneel down and very, very faithfully come before your Guru and come before your Isht, your Lord, and that God that you know, your Guru, your God. Either you take Lord Shiva's name, Lord Rama's name, Lord Krishna's name, Jesus' name, if you follow Christianity. And satsanga is not about religion. It's not related to one religion. Satsanga is about that truth. Does not matter what name you take. what faith you follow, but you have that faith that there is one God. And kneel down before and faithfully surrender yourself and promise to your own self, not to others. It's about your soul and your being and your God. Like the gopis, they would churn butter, that's the external movement. But the internal movement is the churning of your heart, your soul, your thoughts, your words, and then bring that butter within so that Lord Krishna can come running to steal that butter as he went running to steal butter from the houses of gopis. And kneel down and promise to that Lord that I am going to follow you, O Lord, as per your teachings. And I surrender myself to you. Please guide me. Please help me follow this path and not fail and not slip anywhere. If I slip, O Lord, please hold my hands and bring me up so I can rise again. As I light that clarified butter lamp within my heart, that light, that jyoti, that shining light, may it spread to others also as you want it. It's nothing mine, it's all thine, O Lord. May all be happy, may all be healthy, may all have enough food, may all have shelter, may all have clothing, may all have clean water to drink, may all have medication when they are sick. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukh bhag bhavet. O Mahalakshmi, may you bless each soul and the boat of that soul, the body that holds that soul. The soul is caged in this body. May this body be healthy to be able to uplift the soul. May all be prosperous and auspicious. Universal prayer by Pujya Param Gurudev. Param Gurudev, Pujya Shri Swami Sivananda Ji Maharaj. Before that, Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham. And humble pranams to all Brahman Devta, Acharya Jis, Shastri Jis, all those who impart the knowledge of Sanatana Dharma, of God, who talk the word of God without discriminating other religions. For God is one. Whoever talks bad about other God, other religion, other names and forms, means they are saying that to their name and form of their own God they believe in, because God is one no matter what name or form. And the rays of that God is within ourselves, that light. Sun is one and rays are many. With this, the activity from Pujya Gurudev, yoga quotations from the wisdom of Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, Gurudev. Whatever activity leads to the revelation of the cosmic will in one's personality and the expansion of one's consciousness, that is Swadharma. What is Swadharma? One's own duty. We all got to know our own duties first. If you are ignorant, you don't know, how can you perform your duty? So, Gurudev says, revelation of cosmic will in one's personality and the expansion of one's consciousness. Whatever activity leads to that, that is Swadharma. Just like we do selfless service, cooking food and serving the needy selflessly, without requesting even without thinking of or wanting for even a thank you. The Swadharma, one's own duty. But all activities that intensify the abnormality in one's personality and are based upon egoistic desires and erroneous meditations are paradharma. That means it's another's duty. So, once again, all activities that intensify the abnormality in one's personality, we have to know what is happening, and are based upon egoistic desires. Oh, he does, she does this, let me be better than that. Why can't I do it? Erroneous, and if these are based on egoistic desires and erroneous meditations, then it becomes paradharma, another one's duty, and you are trying to grasp it. Hari Om, Hari Om. And the prayer by Pujya Param Gurudev, Pujya Sri Swami Sivananda Ji Maharaj. Let us all again get together and humbly bow down with this special prayer for all beings in the entire world. And this is the universal prayer. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom, O Lord. Grant us inner spiritual strength, O Lord, to resist temptations and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, greed, hatred, anger, एंड जेलसी, काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह से परे रखिए प्रभु। Fill our hearts with divine virtues. So today is the special prayer where we pray to Ma Lakshmi, Prakriti Ma, to support us, to help us to awaken our Kundalini, cleanse our chakras and awaken the Kundalini, so Ma Shakti can meet Shiva on Sahasrar Chakra and destroy the darkness from within and help us to win the virtues over the dark forces, over the vices that reside in us. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. O Lord, let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever and ever. And we bow down in front of You, O Gurudev, O Lord, Shri Mahalakshmi Narayan, to bless us and forgive us. May we forgive ourselves, and may we have the strength to forgive others. May we improve our own selves first, correct our own selves first, before we try to improve others and correct others. So focus within. Focus on your own self. Help us to focus on our own selves and be an example. Om Namo Narayana, 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 Shriman Narayana, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha, Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche, Om Aim Hrim Klim Kamle Kamlalaye, Prasida Prasida, Sarva Saubhagya Pradayani, Prasida Prasida, Shrim Hrim Shrim Om, Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha, Om Aim Saraswate Namaha.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So let us have our short kirtan and then we will get into Bhagavad Gita and whatever time is left to do the Lakshmi explanation of Lakshmi Mata. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jaya Ganesh, Jaya Ganesh, Jaya Ganesh, Pahi Mam, Shri Ganesh, Shri Ganesh, Shri Ganesh, Raksha Mam, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Pahi Mam, Kartikeya, 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 Raksha Mam, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam, Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram, जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम। ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चिद गुरु चिद घन गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा शंकराचार्य शिवानंद ज्योतिर्मयानंद। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव 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 शिवाय नमः। हर 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 नमः शिवाय। ओम नमो नारायणाय
ओम नमो
नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते रामचंद्राय। हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। आंजनेय
आंजनेय
आंजनेय पाहि मां हनुमन्ता 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 रक्ष माम्। ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति पाहि मां ब्रह्म शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति शिव शक्ति रक्ष माम्। आदि शक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति पाहि माम्। इच्छा शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति रक्ष माम्। गंगा रानी
गंगारानी
पाहि माम्। भागीरथी 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 रक्ष माम्। हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि 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 ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि 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 ओम
हरि
ओम हरि ओम
हरि 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 ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि 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 ओम।
ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति
ओम शांति ओम शांति
ओम शांति। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, to all sages and saints, all the scriptures, all the religions, all the divinities, and to the Atman, to the divinity in every one of you. Welcome to today's auspicious Deepavali day and also our Bhagavad Gita Yajna session. What a blessing it is for all of us to continue to enjoy and soak in this nectar of divine grace, which comes through many punyas of many lifetimes. जब कई जन्मों के पुण्य उदय होते हैं तब सत्संग का सुख प्राप्त होता है. Otherwise you will not have time, you will get distracted, something will happen, but you will miss the boat, the satsanga boat. It comes to only few souls, very few souls, especially in this Kali Yuga. So all of you are deeply blessed, especially when we study Bhagavad Gita and the deeper mysteries of the scriptures. Deepavali, as you know, Swami Lalita Priyananda Ji will talk a few minutes about Lakshmi Devi and Lakshmi Puja, the Ashtalakshmi. I will briefly tell you, we celebrate Deepavali, most of you already know. Lord Rama, he came back after 14 years of being in the forest with his consort Sita Mata and his brother Lakshmana. They were opulent kings, but due to a boon from some history you all know, he had to go to the forest, which he gladly did to keep his father's word. And that is, there he killed Ravana and lots of other demons, but mainly Ravana. Why am I telling you this? That unless Ravana is killed, Rama's job is not over. And what is Ravana? Ravana is the ignorance within each of us. Every one of us has Rama and Ravana within only, not history, not reading Ramayana. Ramayana is in you. Every character is in you. The vices and the virtues. Bhakti, Bharata, in you. Lakshmana, meditation, in you. Lord Rama, the soul, in you. Shatrughan, the fighting power, the energy, the will that makes you do things, also in you. Ravana, ignorance, in you. Tamas, Kumbhakarna, which is tamasic nature, also in you. So we have all these competing forces fighting against each other, but truth must always prevail. Satyameva jayate. Where there is righteousness, there is victory. No doubt. Always. Every single time. So because there is only one truth, there cannot be two truths. So falsehood has to dissolve. But Rama's victory over Ravana, coming back 14 years, everybody in their kingdom was waiting, expecting. Every day they were ticking off, okay, now 12 years left, 11 years left, 10 years left, 9 years left. And finally that day has arrived. Their three mothers, the whole palace, and every single place in Ayodhya was lit up. Every household was lit up with lamps and lights. Mystically, these lights mean lighting up your own heart, your own wisdom, and with that you light others. That is the deeper meaning. But externally, wherever there is light, no darkness can exist. So darkness runs away, and that is the celebration, victory of the soul over ignorance. What is ignorance? Thinking we are the body, this world is real, all these things are my possessions, all this is ignorance. So unless Ravana is killed, Rama cannot come back to the palace. He has to continue fighting the war. What does that mean? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Birth and death will continue on and on and on and on and on till ignorance is destroyed. Nature will wait patiently. 14 years is metaphoric. It's basically to just give you an idea, a long time, a long time. In this case, many lifetimes. For others who are ripe, like a ripe fruit, you touch it and it will come in your hand because it's ripe, ready to come down. So that's why some souls come enlightened only, or they very quickly get enlightened. Others, not so much. Lot of effort is required. So this is not a competitive game. You cannot say he did it, she did it, why? No, each of us are like a separate fragrant flower. So with that, we pray to Lord Rama, to Ma Sita, Hanumanji, Lord Lakshman, Shatrughan, and the whole Raghukul Parivar for strength and wisdom and victory over unrighteousness, victory of the soul. That is the meaning. So continuing our Bhagavad Gita, we are on Shloka number 23. So Lord Krishna will only have time to do one Shloka, because then we also want to do Lakshmi Puja after that.
One is enough.
And we will do only one today, just so our yajna can continue. So Lord Krishna is guiding Arjuna about the deeper mysteries of who he really is and why should we pray to this ultimate energy we call Brahman, God. So here he says in this shloka, Ye apya anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaha te api mameva kaunteya yajantya avidhi purvakam.
Even the devotees of other gods who worship them with faith are in fact worshipping me alone, O son of Kunti, but not in the right way. हे अर्जुन, यद्यपि श्रद्धा से युक्त जो सकाम भक्त दूसरे देवताओं को पूजते हैं वे भी मुझको ही पूजते हैं, किंतु उनका वह पूजन अविधि पूर्वक अर्थात अज्ञान पूर्वक है. हरिओम.
Hariom. So here Lord Krishna is clearly saying, Lord Krishna meaning any god, any Ishta Devata you have, ultimately reaching the same Brahman. He says those devotees who are praying to other gods. Who are these other gods? It can be looked at it from two viewpoints. Every sense organ has a god in it. You have to go deeper into the Vedas, into the Upanishads. For example, your eyes are controlled by the sun god, mouth is controlled by the fire god, and your hands are managed by Indra, your feet are controlled by Lord Vishnu, etc., etc. Every body part has a god. So when we are indulging in sense objects, when you're seeing too much beautiful things, you are basically praying to the god of the sun god, etc. And when we want to listen to things, that is the direction, gods of direction, Dikpal it's called. So here God is saying, deluded souls who may not know that I exist, meaning they are only indulging in senses, meaning they are praying to the lower gods. That's one. The other angle to look at it is lower gods, meaning like other, I want this, I want this, I want this. I want money, go to goddess Lakshmi, or go to Kubera. I want strength, you pray to Hanuman. Nothing wrong, it's okay. But you are wanting things for this world only. You are wanting, mere ko ye bhi mil jaye, wo bhi mil jaye, ye bhi ho jaye, wo bhi ho jaye. We are always asking. Basically, it's a business with God. God, you give me this. If you give me this, I'll give you that. That's what you do in the world, isn't it? I want to buy this. Will a shopkeeper give you something for free? Nothing. Nothing comes for free. He will say, oh, $20 you have. You don't have money. Okay, thank you very much. You go. So if you have the money, you buy. So that is what we do. We meaning most of us. This is called sakamya karma. Sakamya. God give me this, then I will do this puja. Or so here Lord Krishna is clarifying that. He says those devotees are praying indirectly to ultimately to me. Why? Because who is the powerhouse? Let's say you only know your own house, you only know your electricity, your fridge, your microwave, your this. Whatever is working through power is through in your little house. So that's who you're praying to, that's who you know. But where is that power coming from ultimately? The transformer and the grid and all that? Back there. So from that source it keeps getting smaller and smaller and it comes to you. So much in the same way God is saying, these people who are praying to me, they pray to me only. It eventually comes through me. I can stop the flow any minute and everything will shut down, isn't it? And that's what happens when our last breath, when we are ready to take our last breath, what happens? Everything shuts down. Eyes can't see, ears can't listen, tongue cannot taste, nose cannot smell, and skin cannot feel, touch. Everything. So what was it that was keeping you so proud and so happy and so joyous and all this? That was the intangible energy, whatever name you give it, you say God, you say consciousness, you say Atma, you say Spirit, Holy Ghost, whatever you like, doesn't matter. But once it leaves, those are only names and forms. Once it leaves, you mean nothing. Our 5 elements become insignificant, inert. So here he is saying the same thing, that what should you do then? You should do nishkamya seva. The path we are on, it's okay when you have a headache, you pray to God, God remove my headache. Don't hesitate in praying for that. It's not like we are all so super that we are never going to ask for practical problems. It's okay. But don't forget mukti, don't forget liberation. God, I am not giving up that. I am saying, help me with my headache, but that also, that is my main objective. Although temporarily I am in need of money, help me. He'll help you. He'll do it. But if you say, oh, if you have forgotten the main thing and you are only looking for little things, may I get married soon, may I have a job soon, may this happen, may that happen, little things. He'll give you those little things and say, okay, get lost now, go. That's it. You have lost a beautiful opportunity. It's like asking a king to give you a bundle of hay. Isn't it? The king can give you anything, and all you ask is a bundle of hay, because we have a hay buddhi. Our brain itself is a bundle of hay. It's looking at garbage and thinking it's real and asking for those things, whereas the real diamonds and the real precious treasures, it doesn't want. You put a gold necklace on a cow. Will it appreciate it? A diamond necklace. What does it care? It has no value for your diamond necklace. It's a cow. So much in the same way, we do all these things, that literal knowledge is in front of us, and we are throwing it away for trifles. That is the main essence that God is saying. So what to do? For a tree, what do? You water the roots. Do you water the leaves? Do you water the branches? Do you water every trunk and body part? No, just the root. You take care of the root, the whole tree will flourish. The branches will grow, the leaves will come, they will glisten, the flowers will come, the fruits will come, and everything will be good. So unless that happens, suppose you don't have that intellect, now you are branching, each branch you water, will that help? No, the tree will die. So that is what God is saying, that don't go after sense pleasures, thinking this is the only way to live, or go after these so-called little gods. God is calling them, ultimately, God meaning Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, is calling all these little gods. And it's very important to understand, it's not that if you just practice to pray to Krishna and you keep on asking him for things, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. It never ends. The list never ends. So you are only praying to little gods, even though the idol you are praying to is Krishna. Listen very carefully. So what is the real God? Real God is the consciousness, and you're doing nishkamya seva, selflessly working and asking for holistic growth. Not for transient. You have had how many bodies like this? How many millions of have come and gone? So in this body also, but we forget that. We say, I don't know. You believe it, but you don't believe it so much, because that's why we are so body centric. We are so body focused all the time. How many doctors of the body? Countless. How many doctors of the soul? Nobody. They give you free knowledge, and even that people don't want. God's grace. This is why they say this journey is a very deep journey. Very few souls qualify. Otherwise, crowd in a fish market, so many people are there. Tomato market. But diamonds, very expensive. Few people qualify. So that is what Lord is trying to say. That I am the creator of the devatas. I am the creator of your senses, your body, your eyes, nose, particles, whatever you are seeing is coming through my energy, my consciousness. So any movement, कहीं पर भी आप गति देखते हैं, कुछ भी गतिविधि देखते हैं, वो भगवान की शक्ति से ही संभव होता है और और कोई शक्ति नहीं चला सकते उसको. और जब वो शक्ति शांत हो जाती है तो कुछ भी नहीं हो पाता. Nothing will happen. So that is what God is saying, that ye bhi vichare, those poor souls, they don't have proper teachers, they don't know the right process, and sometimes they are too egotistical to learn. I know everything. Gita says this, this. I know Swamiji, I'm very good. Fine. And then ultimately it's your life, you are responsible for it. So many people say, when I retire, I'll do this. When this happens, I'll do this. So who knows when you'll retire and when that will happen? So many people, we don't have a permanent visa on our bodies. You buy milk, look at the expiry date. What about our expiry date? It's not visible, it's not printed on our head, so we don't know and we forget about it. But here God is saying, focus on me and everything will flourish automatically, because then you are doing it the right way. You are watering the roots of the tree, not the leaves, not the branches. As foolish as it sounds, that's what most people do when they are asking for petty things from God all the time, praying for very selfish interests. Because at some level we say we are spiritual, but we only, whenever trouble comes, we only want that trouble to be solved. We don't know anything else. And yet troubles will keep coming. Good will come and troubles will come. Ye sukh dukh to, just like day, night comes, you say night, don't come to night. I only want daylight all the time. Will that be possible? That's foolish. So same thing with your sukh and dukh, same thing with prosperity and adversity. Adversity and prosperity are like day and night, they will continuously alternate in your life. How you react to it matters. How you react to it, they don't have the power to make you weak or strong. You do. You can mess yourself up or you can enlighten yourself. Choice is yours. Any adversity that makes you introspective, makes you think, will bring you back to a great prosperity. That lesson, that teaching will give you enlightenment. And sometimes prosperity, if it makes you vain, egotistical, you're throwing parties and running here, there and spending your money and indulging into all kinds of things, what is happening? Great decline in your spiritual progress, isn't it? Because all that is rajasic activities and tamasic activities and all the worldly stuff, and how expensive clothes they are wearing, and I should be wearing more expensive than them, and my house should be better than them, my car should be nicer. You get into that trap, downward spiral, flushing down the drain. That's it. Years of spiritual practice will be gone. So it's not that you should not have things. We are not talking about living in poverty. We are saying have everything, but don't crave for things like you salivate. Don't feel jealous of others. Be contented who you are. That is a blessing. That is what Lord Krishna is saying. So those people who are contented, why would they pray to other gods? They have no reason. Meaning one God, meaning one consciousness, one Atma. Although this doesn't mean that don't pray to Hanumanji, don't pray to Lakshmiji, don't pray to this. No. You can pray to as many gods, but if you are doing selfless seva and you are doing it with love, like we always do. Today is Lakshmi Day, and then Tuesdays are Hanumanji's Day, Monday is Lord Shiva Day, Tuesday is again Hanumanji, Wednesday is Narayan Bhagwan, Thursday is Guru, Friday is Devi, Saturday is Shani Dev and Hanumanji, and Sunday is Surya Devata and all this. So these are not other gods. These are this the same pose, different poses of the same person. Like you wear your employee clothes, you are an employee. You wear your casual clothes, you are what? Then you are not an employee, you are your father, a mother, a sister, a brother, etc. So these are all God's forms only. Very important. These people, most people are very deluded, thinking we are very spiritual, hum bahut bada, and most of the pujas they do are conditional only. God, if this happens, then I will pray. I will do this, I will do that. Especially, I'm talking about a lot of the Hindu families because they don't know any better. They have not been guided by saints and swamis and through the authentic way. They don't know, so they have to be, and also it's the karma, the process of karma. We think we should live. How long will you live like this? So that is what Lord Krishna is saying. You come to me, you come to the source. Otherwise, you go to the small shopkeeper. That also is okay, but I am the one who is managing the whole thing, everything. All these little light things that you have are all ultimately reaching me. So I hope you understood the depth of this shloka, and we will continue from shloka number 24 next Sunday. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
So it is 12:15. Maybe we should do Lakshmi Puja now, and then do Aarti. I'm done. So shloka number 24 is where we will start. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Okay, so when we talk about Deepavali, or think of Deepavali, every year it's a very big day for those who follow Hinduism. And others also from Sanatana Dharma. There are many sprouts. So all of them, most of them, they celebrate Deepavali. It's a very significant, it can be called Festival of Lights, and I would say it is, there are many in Sanatana Dharma, many festivals, but Deepavali is one that is being looked forward, awaited all the time because of its brightness, because of its way of praying. We wear new clothes. I'm just want to talk about a little bit of what we normally do in Deepavali. We buy new clothes and we offer to Ma Lakshmi, and then we wear it. And that means praying to Ma Lakshmi that may we always have enough clothes on our body. And then, of course, we offer sweets, just like we have offered today. Special prayer and request by a special devotee, and in her name, we have offered to Ma Lakshmi today on this special satsanga. And sweets means may our life be sweet, and may we be sweet. May our thought, words, and actions be sweet.
Right.
So it's not only about lighting candles, as I started off with that, or clarified butter, oil lamp, or cooking. Focus is so much on cooking, but yes, little bit is very much needed, because main thing is, the first thing you cook on this Deepavali day is a sweet dish, so that there is sweetness in the house, sweetness on our tongue, sweetness on within ourselves. Everything is going to be positive then. So significance of doing certain, one would call it a ritual. Yeah, we can do mentally. If you do not have time to do rituals, that's fine. But if you don't cook anything, then what will you eat? Again, you'll go look for dishes. You'll look for food. So might as well cook something nice on this special day and offer it to Ma Lakshmi with your heartfelt prayers, and then you can share with others also. So that's the reason. And then we offer fruits of the season, that is also sweet, but we do not offer sour things. Why? Because we do not want the sourness to enter our lives. We don't want our life to be salty either. So these are some reasons why we do these things. And I know everyone cannot afford new clothes. If that cannot be done, then buy the cheapest one. You don't have to buy. I've gone through some situations in life where I had to buy the cheapest of the cheapest stuff.
It's a symbol.
Just to resemble that, yes, Ma, you still have given, you still have provided under every circumstance, under every situation. Do not forget God. Do not forget that He is the provider, she is the provider. Either you think God is a female or you think God is a male, but the fact is God does not have a gender. No gender, no race. Omnipresent, omnipotent, listens to your heart, listens to your mind, watches your thoughts, words and actions. So that way, be thankful that yes, Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam is enough. So Lord Shiva, what do we offer? Bel Patra, flowers, Shami Patra, and all these things that's readily available, and we pour water. And Lord Krishna says, just offer me a tulsi leaf. If not any leaf. Patram is a leaf. Pushpam is a flower. Phalam is a fruit. If you don't have a fruit, have a dry fruit in the house. If you don't have a dry fruit, even that you cannot afford, then you offer mentally. But that day, that means you don't have some fruit to eat either. And then, Toyam is water. And Lord is overjoyed with that. So all these, there are meanings behind it. But the brightest, the highest thing is to brighten up your soul within. And also, this is the day to forgive your own self and forgive others. Share with others. And be nice. And do lots of mantra. Lots of japa. Prayers. Take out time for that. And then this, when you do japa today, on the day of Deepavali, then it will never leave you. Anyways, japa blessings never leaves anyone, but on Deepavali day, it becomes stamped. Others, you may use use it in terms of the blessings from japa, you may receive some other boons out of it. On Deepavali day, it is permanent, eternal. And one japa turns into many folds of japa. One mala multiplies exponentially in many folds. So do that. Be peaceful. Go within. Do meditation. So have an agenda of doing. And the protocol is to wake up till midnight and do the final arti at midnight. So this is what if you can't do arti, sit down and mentally do arti. After a little bit of meditation, mentally do arti. Arti is waving the lamp, bringing in that blessings of light within you. So I'm going to read a little bit about Ma Lakshmi, and this is worship of God as mother. We have done this many times, but today is a special day, so we'll do only Ma Lakshmi. Mysticism of Devi Mahatmya by Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj. If you want to see this book, it's this one here, and I love it. Especially Gurudev had given me a gift of this book, and I closely hold it to my heart. So worship of Goddess Lakshmi. So Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Do not think that they are different. Ma Durga will not be happy if I only pray to Ma Lakshmi. It's not about that. It's about Ma coming in different forms to be able to escalate, intensify for certain things or certain wishes that the devotee requests for. So Ma Durga, Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati. Then there is Gayatri Ma. So like you, one person, like the female, she is a daughter of somebody, that same person. And she is wife of somebody, she is a friend of somebody, and she is the mother of her children, and she is aunt of somebody. So all these labels, it's labeling, right? It's the recognition of the body, that one body has so many identities. So same way is Ma. My favorite Ma does not have to be favorite of another one. If I say Ma Lakshmi is my favorite or Ma Gayatri, then somebody says Ma Durga is my favorite. It's all great because eventually it's the same Ma. Prakriti and Purusha. They were one and then they separated to do their own duties, Swadharma. For the creation. And while I'm on this topic, I quickly want to just, in a very summarized version, just tell you what it was about going within. So when the universe was in nothingness, then Lord Vishnu appeared, and he was in the Kheer Sagar. That's why we offer kheer. Kheer is made, which is rice pudding. Rice, milk, sugar, only 3 things. And of course you put flavor and whatever if you want to make it more delicious. But 3 things, 3 ingredients are a must. rice, milk, sugar. So Lord Vishnu is there in the Kshir Sagar, and from his navel came out the lotus stalk, and then from that lotus stalk came the lotus. It started blooming, unfolding, petal at a time, one petal at a time, and on that fully bloomed lotus appeared Brahma. Brahma said, "Where am I?" He saw all full of water. And then that water meant nothing to him. And then he said, "Where am I? How did I come here? Who is there? Who made me, or who created me?" So he started going down the stalk, the lotus stalk. He kept going for a long time. It says multiple yugas. Yugas, we have Kali Yuga, we have 4 yugas, and out of that it says multiple. So he kept going down and down and down and down and down, and he found nothing. So when he came back, then he said, something prompted from within him, telling him to do meditation. So he thought, let me do meditation, maybe I will find out how I appeared or how I got created. So when he meditated for a long time, he went within, then he came to know his creator, he came to know that there is God, and the awareness came. So the main essence of this story is that if you keep running outward, like Brahma kept going down the stalk trying to find out, if you keep looking for things outside, outwards, enjoyment, you want to go on vacation, you want to see things, little bit is okay, but if you get so involved in it, then where is the time to go within? So Brahma did not find anything while he was still looking for things outside. But when he came back, when he meditated, he went within, then he found the answers. He found God, that soul searching. So that's what it is telling us, that don't just run around for things outside. Go within, seek within, and ye shall find, Lord Jesus said. Little words, few words means great. And that's what it is, meditate. So, moving forward, in order to truly worship Goddess Lakshmi, a worship that is not just ritualistic. A worship that is not just ritualistic. What does that mean? Don't just offer flower, offer this, offer this, offer this without knowing what it means or why am I doing it. What is the background? What is the essence of it? So, but one that permeates the depths of human life. The first necessity is to appreciate the constructive forces in this universe and within your own personality. What is that? Appreciate that constructive forces in this universe and what I have within myself. Try to think of the resources that you have within you. Do you have answers for that? What do we have? The biggest resources, our body, and then our mind. Sometimes we may be sick, our body may not be healthy enough. We may be a little disabled. That's okay. But then we have the mind. Sometimes the mind does not work correctly. Then what? Do we have that intellect? do we have the senses? Then we have all these body, mind, intellect, senses, and the vast storehouse of mental energy that is locked up in the unconscious. So we got to tap into that unconscious through Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Satsanga, and all these, and also little bit of Karam Kand if needed, and more so go within, soul searching, meditation, and go into the storehouse and tap into it, and reflect deeply upon what you can accomplish with their help. So we need all those to be able to accomplish. When with them an individual soul can set up a process of construction and create for himself unimaginable conditions of prosperity, glory and joy. So, to truly worship Goddess Lakshmi, one must strive tirelessly to develop a fragrant garden of divine qualities in one's own self. Remember, we said win divine virtues over vices. And so develop the fragrant garden of divine qualities within our own selves, and to recognize, we have to recognize also, did we do it? I have this shortcoming and now I need to improve on that. Have I improved? Question for our own selves. And then that's the time. If you say yes, I think, then someone else tells you, you have or you have not, and that's another support there to know better, know yourself better. Then encourage, after you have improved, then encourage and promote divine qualities in the world outside. So, one line tells us, we have to improve our own selves first to be able to try to help others to improve. Yeah, a little bit is okay, but clean your own house first, then you start cleaning others' house. Your storehouse, your store within should have a lot to be able to give to others. If you don't have money for your own self, how can you give money to others? In short, if that makes more sense. So, it's not being selfish. Some people are very selfish, they don't want to even pray for others. Say, I'll pray for my own self. But that is a wrong attitude, because you can pray for everyone. And that prayer will shower lots of blessings, because with that everyone you also are included. Sarve bhavantu, or samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. You are in that loka also included. So then, according to the scriptures, this is very important also, according to the scriptures, there are 8 aspects of Ma Lakshmi. Just like we said, that same Ma, same Prakriti is Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. So now further, Ma Lakshmi within herself, she has 8 forms, 8 aspects. Like we would make a chart, a tree, then you say Ma Lakshmi 1, but yet she has there are 8 aspects, and that is to be fully in concentration for a certain aspect. So the first one is Dhana Lakshmi. What does that mean? Dhan means wealth. So wealth can be many types of wealth, right? Not only the money part, your car, your house, your clothing, your food items, and then your spiritual wealth. All these are wealth. Dhanya, so dhanya is the food aspect. So dhan, D-H-A-N-A, dhan, wealth. And dhanya, D-H-A-N-Y-A, dhanya, that is the food aspect. Dhairya is the patience aspect. Some people don't have patience. They can't wait. Vidya is knowledge. Jaya is victory. So if you have victory of virtues over the vices, that means Ma Lakshmi has truly blessed you. Virya is the energy, the seed. And that virya is also about reproduction. So some people, nowadays they do testing and everything. Oh, you have less of the sperms, or you have less of this, less of that. Oh, you are not fruitful. So things like that. But the main is when you go within, everything will be perfect. And also sublimation. Gurudeva, I'm a little bit diverting here. Guruji says your sexual energy, that virya, you sublimate. Don't be indulging into that, because those are just the lower chakras. So go, rise above, move on to higher, above, upper chakras, which is taking you to spirituality, higher and higher level. And sublimate means when you have those types of desires, you sit down and start doing japa. That is sublimating. Divert your attention. It's all about attention. So if you move that attention upwards in spirituality, doing your japa, your tapa, your meditation, sublimate that energy, and you will really, really intensify your sadhana if you do that. So then the next one is Gaja. After Virya is Gaja. Gaja is the elephant, a symbol of majesty. And then Saubhagya. Saubhagya is fortune. Sometimes you didn't buy a ticket, you found somebody else who's gifting you something, because someone else got rich and they want to share with you. So that's your Saubhagya, means that was your fortune to receive it. So thus the worship of Lakshmi is, Mahalakshmi is characterized by the development of a reverent and virtuous attitude towards the goddess in each of these 8 aspects. So the first is the right attitude towards wealth, not about wanting to be a millionaire, then the billionaire, and then wanting to buy, you got one house, you want now 10 houses. You want 10 houses, keep working, not focusing on your spiritual growth. So if used correctly, generously for the good of humanity, material wealth becomes a means for the creation of selflessness and open-mindedness, and for promoting goodness, kindness and compassion. On the other hand, incorrect use of wealth leads to vanity, selfishness, cruelty, miserliness, narrow-mindedness and misery. So which direction you want to follow? When this happens, although you may be rich in the material sense, people now only know richness in material sense. They do not know the richness of spiritual sense. Your wealth is actually leading you to an impoverished state from a spiritual point of view. So if you have too much of material wealth and nothing of spiritual wealth, you are very poor. But if you have lots of spiritual wealth and not even a house, like a sannyasi who may have only one house, just a shelter, or maybe living in a cave, they are very rich. Spiritually very rich. So the second consists of reverence and appreciation for the food you eat. That is why we should never throw food. Leftover, cover it, refrigerate it. The very next meal should be that one, the same one. Don't go for senses to look for another type. Oh, I just ate that. I don't feel like eating that. Then after 2 days you throw that away. Or there's leftover. I have seen people leftover garbage. That's very wrong. Otherwise, don't make more. Just cook enough for one meal if you can't eat the same food again. And being thankful to the Divine Self for giving you the possibility of nourishing your body. Food is needed for the body and soul. So scriptures, satsanga, japa, tapa, all these are food for the soul. As we always say, as we started food service, we said food for body, and satsanga, food for soul. Therefore, do not insult the food you eat or throw it away unnecessarily, because it could have helped others. The third is patience, which is the basis for the cultivation of all that is great and glorious in human personality. Respect for knowledge is the fourth. Knowledge has two aspects: that which allows you to succeed in the world, and that which leads to spiritual enlightenment. It is through the worship of Goddess Lakshmi that such forms of knowledge are cultivated. We all need worldly knowledge also, but positive knowledge to do our job, to cook food. All these are knowledge, but it's needed. And spiritual knowledge, satsanga, bhajan, kirtan, japa, tapa. If no one teaches you how to do mala, how to do japa using the mala, then you would never know. So you need that knowledge. So respect for the victories that you attain in life is the next important aspect of Mahalakshmi worship. Through victory comes inspiration, and with inspiration you can fight the battle of life more intensely. Very important. If one is not vigilant, everything is important. If one is not vigilant, even the smallest defeats can generate negative impressions. People have anxiety, go into depression. Even the slightest loss, they go into the wrong direction. And negative impressions created that burden the unconscious. But every victory, no matter how small, gives you a sense of self-confidence and allows you to move on with inspiration and with ever-increasing momentum. The sixth aspect of worshipping Lakshmi Ma consists in appreciating and developing increasing vitality, vigor and strength for the very little can be achieved through a weak and suffering body and mind. So feel great knowing that Ma Lakshmi is blessing for good health. So the seventh is the cultivation of majesty, or in other words, the cultivation of a personality which becomes a recipient of royal favor for its contributions to harmony and order within itself as well as in society. The eighth form of worshipping Lakshmi Ma is the cultivation of fortune in an integral sense. Integral yoga. Fortune has two forms again, perishable and non-perishable. Did you ever think of that? Perishable fortune and non-perishable fortune? We talk about this all the time. I'm sure you remember that. Imperishable fortune comes in the form of divine qualities, virtuous impressions and good karmas. Your japa, your tapa, your like austerity. Japa is chanting mantras. Tapa is austerity in any form. Selfless service is good karma. All these, selfless service also is a tapa, an austerity, because who has time? Everyone has no time. You have to look for people to help. So there are very rare jewels, very few jewels that take out time for that aspect. And remember, that is non-perishable virtue. It is characterized by a mind that is increasingly more relaxed, uncomplexed, and profoundly integrated. It's all linked to each other. So perishable fortune, this is a longer list. What is that? We need to know the perishable fortunes. People think I've done this and it's going to help. I will liberate. No, it's perishable. So perishable fortune also needs to be cultivated. But such pursuit must be based upon dharma, the ethical value of life is dharma. Ethically, you should have that ethically. Like unethically, you got some money and now you want to donate that money to someone, some organization. Not going to help. So perishable fortune consists of money, property, harmonious relationships, friends and family, power and recognition. This form of fortune can become a means to the cultivation of spiritual virtues as well as the promotion of knowledge. If you pursue this perishable fortune, considering it to be an end in itself, you will then be opposing the favor of Goddess Lakshmi. If you pursue objects of desire with craving and deep egoistic involvement, then even if you get those objects, they will simply denounce you. They will be there only to the extent constant pressure upon you, to exert constant pressure upon you, to give you adversity, to be a source of pain and misery. On the other hand, if you renounce the egoistic involvement and simply pursue objects because they are needed in your life for your evolution, maintaining a spirit of surrender, then you become truly prosperous. Whatever you attain will be utilized by you for your spiritual advancement. So worshipping Goddess Lakshmi implies understanding that the wealth that comes to you is not yours. You are simply a caretaker. That is how King Janak, even though he was a king, he was a Jivan Mukta, liberated while in the embodiment, because he took everything as nothing belongs to him. Being so rich, he said, it's for the society, in the kingdom, every being in the kingdom, not mine. So you are simply a caretaker of your wealth. Utilize wealth well, and the grace of Goddess will flow. Whenever you are blessed with some prosperous condition, think of Ma Lakshmi and develop humility. Because the moment you become proud rather than humble, Lakshmi Ma's grace will be withdrawn for sure. The wealth that could have done you great good will now turn against you. In some parts of India, they show Goddess Lakshmi seated on an owl. This is funny and yet so important. Sitting on an owl, implying that whoever allows wealth to rule his head becomes like an owl. Right? Because he cannot see. He cannot distinguish right from wrong. The owl sitting on the head. So on the other hand, if you utilize your prosperity for promoting spiritual values of life, the goddess then sits on the eagle bird. Garuda. Garuda, Vahan of Lord Vishnu. Narayan Bhagwan ke Vahan or vehicle of Lord Narayana is Garuda. That's the eagle. USA is eagle bird. And lets you fly high to the realms of transcendence. And that is why we say, don't pray to only Lakshmi Ma alone. Because then Lakshmi Ma will come on an owl. Her ride is owl, Lakshmi Ma's. Whereas if you pray with Lord Narayana, Vishnu Bhagwan, then she will come on an eagle with Lord Vishnu and stay longer. So when she comes on an owl alone, she is very temporary for a little bit, and then she will quickly want to go back to Lord Vishnu. Because Lord Vishnu is the provider. Whatever she has is from Lord Vishnu only. So pray to Lord Vishnu and Ma Lakshmi together. So you can have prosperity and positive prosperity forever. Not only your physical prosperity, physical wealth, houses, cars. Oh, somebody says, oh, so-and-so has they still drive a Corolla. Oh, he or she still drives Camry. Oh, so-and-so has Lexus. Oh, now, what's higher than that? I should have a one higher than that. I don't even know the name, to be honest. What is higher than that? And now, even then, there is more competition. I want this, I want Mercedes, I want this, I want that. So, you got to know that if you buy Mercedes, the parts and keeping it up is more expensive. So you'll be losing your money. So be humble, live within the means. In Hindi there's a saying, Jitna bada chadar utna pav pasare. That means if your blanket is that size only for you, then if it's a little smaller, then don't extend your feet too much. Otherwise, your feet will be getting cold outside because that blanket cannot cover your entire body. So if you have less money, live within the means spend less. Spend only what is needed. Don't buy once. So basically very practical knowledge Gurudev is always giving us, and what he gives is what we share. Without his knowledge we are nothing, And even with his knowledge that he showers upon us, we are still nothing, very humble, and only we thank him, and it's not enough, no matter how much we thank him.
Yeah.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. I would just like to add that it's okay to drive a Mercedes or any expensive car. It really, spirituality is not opposed to that. I want you to be very clear.
But
What
how you use it.
what Swamiji was trying to tell you is, if your income is limited and you're overextending yourself, don't try to fit into somebody else's shoes. All these were kings. Lord Rama, Janaka, they all had full of money, opulence, etc. Getting into rajas is where the problem comes.
Yes.
Getting into debt is where the problem comes. Now finding a second job to pay for the mortgage of the Mercedes is where the problem comes. If you don't have a problem, perfectly, you go buy the world. No problem with that. Do anything you want.
Also there,
But-
I missed this portion, sorry Swamiji, that you can even have an aeroplane, helicopter,
Yeah.
but using it for spiritual reasons, the expensive vehicle.
Any
Spiritualize it.
wealth or not wealth, spirituality is totally neutral to that. It doesn't care. You can be a king and be enlightened. You can be a beggar and be tied. Lot of people think they'll leave the house and become a Swami and they'll get enlightened. Well, the problem goes with them. Their mind is not empty yet. Their mind is full of desires. So by leaving the house and going into the jungle is not going to solve the problem. Many people make this mistake. So I wanted to clarify, you do whatever you want. The second thing is this. The most important thing is, any ill-gotten money, any wrong, unethical money is Lord Goddess Lakshmi coming on the owl. And the Sanatan Dharma says, I've read in some scriptures, it says 7 to 10 years. Within that time frame, not only will you lose what you got, you will also lose much more. You will probably get a sickness that will never go, or some death will happen in the family, or something painful will come and it will stick because it was ill-gotten money. You did something by unethical means. We are talking about people who steal maybe, or who trick other people. This currency, what is it, cryptocurrency frauds, old people calling these old women and taking their money by force. All this stuff. Sinful, pap. Lakshmi comes, but she kicks you so hard that you will get the money, but it will be destroyed. It has come to ruin you. That money has come to ruin you. So that is why when we pray, Swami Lalita Priyananda ji always has two shank, two conches, one for Lakshmi, one for Vishnu, and then we put some milk around it, milk in it, pretending that those conches are in the ocean, Kshir Sagar. So you invite, when they both come, they come with, even this world is made up of positive and negative, feminine and masculine energy, Ardhanarishwar Roop, Shiva Shakti. So then when they both come, they bless you, and then any amount of wealth, these 8 wealths come to you. Dhana Lakshmi, wealth of treasure. Dhanya Lakshmi, you will always have enough food. Dharya, your patience will grow and you will be more centered. Then all these Vijaya Lakshmi, you will be victorious no matter what you do. And Vidya, knowledge will come, and basically you will also have opulence, Gaja, like royalty, like an elephant walks. Everybody calms down. Everybody wants to see who that is. It comes through God's grace. You people who are running after name, fame, we are not talking about all of them. The fragrance of a flower permeates everything. It reaches your nose. And finally, saubhagya, good fortune, so you can always be full, and vitality also, energy for the body, energy for the mind, energy for the blessings. Those people who are spiritual and or deep, we are talking about people who are into deeper spirituality, and you can count them on your hand. There are not many in this few people who are serious sadhaks, who basically live for God, very few. But those of you who are, you will know how important today's satsang is, how important these things are that we are discussing. And for those, even if one soul is happy and wants to move on this side, then the candle has been lit on this Diwali day. We all are learning from this divine plan. So with this we conclude our satsang. Thank you.
With this prayer,
And Asatoma Sadgamaya, and we will do the Aarti, Bhagavad Gita Aarti as we normally do. And thank you for your patience, your dedication, your bhakti. May Lord Rama, Goddess Lakshmi, all the energies within you give you strength and wisdom, and may you always walk on the path of righteousness. Yato dharma tato jaya. Lord Rama lived a life of dharma. He gave up all that luxury in a minute once he knew that he had to obey his father's command. He was going to be crowned the king the next morning. The dictate came, leave everything, and royalty, everything gone for 14 years. So that is tapasya. That 14 years is your penance, your bhakti, shakti, dedication to God. And then everything will come back to you. Liberation is Ramarajya. That's what it is. So, let's do the Aarti. वो concluding mantra में अस्तोमा आता है, Swami Ji.
I just wanted to explain.
Oh,
a little bit.
go ahead then.
So this mantra that we chant all the time, and we all should chant all the time, Asato ma sadagamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. And it's very, very applicable during this festival of lights or Deepavali. Asato ma, oh Lord, it's a prayer. Mantras are very, very prayerful, but if you chant with deep devotion and faith. And Asato ma, that means oh ma, that means praying. Asato ma sadagamaya. So ma, lead me from untruth to truth. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Lead me from darkness to light. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Lead me from the cycle of birth and death, bondage, to liberation. So, 3 lines. Asatoma sadagamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Very deep and very meaningful.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So let us do our Aarti together, and then we will conclude this Satsanga for today. And those of you regularly with us, we will do our Yoga Vasishtha on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard.
To each one of you.
So happy Deepavali, happy joyous festivities. Om Tat Sat.
Let's celebrate Deepavali together as we light this candle. Om Deepa Jyoti Param Brahma, Deepa Jyoti Janardana, Deepo Hartu Me Papam, Puja Deepa Jyoti Namostute. Shubham Karotu Kalyanam, Arogyam Pushti Vardhanam, Mam Sampadam, Atma Jyoti Prabodhaya, Deepa Jyoti Namostute. Atma Tattva Prabodhaye, Guru Jyoti Namo Astude. Jai Gurudev.
Okay, so let's do Bhagavad Gita Aarti and praying for everybody's health, long life, peace, prosperity, especially our Param Pujya Gurudev, who is now quite old, 92, and still going very strong. So let's all give him pray for his long life, healthy life, so he continues to guide us all through his intense and immense wisdom. He's already done so much work very few enlightened people in this world, as we always remind you. So just know how fortunate each one of us is to be part of this Shivananda lineage. Everything he touched became enlightened, and our Gurudev is one of the last ones left now from that era. So, Jaya Bhagavad Gita, Maya Jaya Bhagavad Gita, Hariya Kamal Viharini, Hariya Kamal Viharini, Sundar Supunite. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gita, Karma Sumarma Prakashini, Kama Sakti Hara, Maya Kama Sakti Hara, Tattva Jnana Vikashini, Tattva Jnana Vikashini, Vidya Brahma Para. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gita, Nishchala Bhakti Vidhayini, Nirmal Malhari, Ho Maya Nirmal Malhari, Sharan Rasya Pradayini, Sharan Rasya Pradayini, Sab Vidhi Sukhkari. Om Jai Bhagavad Gita, Raga Dvesha Vidarini, Karini Mod Sada, Ho Maya Karini Mod Sada, Bhava Bhaya Harini Tarini, Bhava Bhaya Harini Tarini, Paramananda Prada. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gita, Asura Bhava Vinashini, Nashini Tamarajani, Maya Nashini Tamarajani, Devi Sadgunadaini, Devi Sadgunadaini, Hari Rasika Sajani. Om Jaya Bhagavad Gita, Samta Tyag Sikhavani, Hari Mukh Ki Bani, Ho Maya Hari Mukh Ki Bani, सकल शास्त्रों की स्वामिनी, सकल शास्त्रों की स्वामिनी, श्रुतियों की रानी। ओम जय भगवद गीते, दया सुधा बरसावनी, मातु कृपा की जय, हो मैया मातु कृपा की जय। हरि पद प्रेम दान कर, हरि पद प्रेम दान कर, अपनो कर लीजय। ओम जय भगवद गीते, जय भगवद गीते, हो मैया जय भगवद गीते। हरिय कमल विहारिणी, हरिय कमल विहारिणी, सुंदर सुपुनीते। ओम जय भगवद गीते। त्वमेव त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वात् प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यज्ञत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महविर् ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यम्। ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता अन्यं चतुर्विधं। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। So with this we end our Deepavali and Bhagavad Gita special combined program. I hope you found it also blissful and happy and you enjoyed it. May you have a successful and a blessed Diwali, and your spiritual sadhana may it continue to grow. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.